Co-commentator is Rush Weeden from Brookwood Farm in Antioch, Illinois, where he and his wife Caroline are owner, operator, and trainer. And we are really happy again to have him here with us today.
Well, thanks, Sue. We appreciate you having us for the second day of the Franktown Meadows Derby. It's obviously another beautiful day in Reno. We got the backdrop of the mountains again, at both sides of the ring, both ends of the ring. Mr. DeVita's done a super course. It's going to be a real exciting class. We got some great riders in some really good horses. So I think we're going to have a great day of some show jumping.
I think we will. Today is our $30,000 international USHJIA competition, and our judges today are Bobby Reber from Langley, British Columbia, Diane Carney from Chicago, Illinois, Kathleen Rice from Fishkill, New York, and Richard Keller from Palm Desert, California. This is a 2-round competition with 4 high options set at 4'3". First round is the classic hunter round, judged on brilliance, moving, jumping, style, hunting pace, quality, and substance. The top 12 riders from the first round will be invited back to compete in the handy. Phil DeVita, our course designer, and he will let us know how the first round is going to go. Phil?
Well, thank you, Sue, and I want to first thank Sue and Rush and everyone else that helps us put this production on. Their tireless efforts is what makes this all happen, and I just can't thank all of them enough for all that they do to make Franktown the great event that it is. Thank you guys for being here with us today, and we've got a beautiful day on the most fabulous grass field in America. And I'm happy that you are here to share this with us. It's going to be a great day, our day 2 of the Derbies here at Franktown. We have efforts in this class today of 1 through 12. We've got verticals, we've got oxers, we've got a lot of different types of fences, different styles. Which is our Riviera Oxer, and that's a Riviera gate in front with 2 poles in the back, and it's an inviting fence. Horses tend to jump it well, and it's a great place to jump. Then we cruise down. From there, we make a left turn. We go again to another log pile jump, which is stacked on straw bales with a gray grass-covered pole, and that's number 7. Then we come down to another option fence. Very vertical. To the red barns. We've got some red and white X walls under some white poles. That's another option fence, 2 in a row, and that's set at 3-9 and 4-3. Then we loop around that would be number 10, which would be a roll top, green roll top at the Wishing Well fence. Again, basically unrelated line to a pair of oxers, which are relatively formidable. They're at 4.5 and 3.9, and that's the old Eldorado jump that we've used here every year that I've been here the last 6 years. And then we finish on number 12 down in front of the VIP tent, and it is the natural coup boxer, very formidable, very solid, great picture jump, and right in front of the VIP tent. And you'll hear a lot of clapping and applause, and I think that's going to be a great finish, heading right there at the old antique car. So anyhow, it's going to be a great first round. Shorter course, no twisty turning, and you'll see that on the live feed, on the live stream, and I hope you guys enjoy your day with us, and it is our pleasure to present this to you here at Franktown Meadows, and have a great day, enjoy yourselves, and we appreciate you being here with us, and we thank you for all your help and efforts. Have a great day.
Thank you, Phil.
Thanks, Phil. Today we have a field of 22 entries. Our first entry will be Full Circle with Hope Glenn, owner Karen Tyrone of Santa Rosa, California. So we look forward to her. And then we have Stanley F with John French, and we're so thrilled to have John back with us again. He was off for a couple of years, had some shoulder issues or a couple of other things I think went on with him, and now he's back, and we're absolutely thrilled that he's got Stanley F and that two other horses, Small Gesture and Small Adventure, both very nice horses, and we are looking forward to seeing both of them.
Well, we also have Jenny Percesis, I believe, has 3 in the class. Sort of 3 really top jumping horses, and it's been a good addition for the Derby for, I believe, the last 5 years here in Reno, and she's always one that you can count on to maybe she'll give it a good shot, and I know she won last year, and she's going to be pushing Hope and John French and a few of the other exhibitors to really go for it, I think, to try to stay ahead of her in the points to win this event.
Jenny was a 5-time champion here, winning 5 classes. Last year she won the 3-foot class with that beautiful chestnut Undeniable, and won it the year before the $25,000 with Undeniable and the 3-foot with Undeniable. The Far West Farm from Calabasas, California, old horseman family, been around for many generations, and we've just really enjoyed having them be such supporters of our Derby. In a moment, we're going to have the hounds and the hunt be coming out onto the Derby field, so they will be the start of our Derby here. It's always fantastic and a beautiful thing to see all the hounds and the riders come out, and we are just about ready to start that.
Well, Sue, the other rider I'm going to be sort of rooting for would be Buddy Brown. He's an Olympic rider, Pan Am Games. He's won multiple Grand Prix, and he's won, actually, over the last couple of years, won quite a few derbies. He's riding a horse called Irwin, owned by Cindy McCarthy Davis, and also a horse called Finally Ours that I know he's been paired up with for several years at Derby Hill LLC in Los Gatos.
And greatest field for horses to jump on in America.
And he's waiting on the hounds right now.
And with the location here,
They will be coming momentarily. I'm sure we'll hear them.
Anywhere you could go, anywhere in America. And we're very proud, and it's our pleasure to bring you this event and presentation for.
We're really happy to benefit the Food Bank of Northern Nevada. They do fantastic work, and we've been really honored to be able to be a part of the cause. The Food Bank of Northern Nevada is a distribution of services that operate in coordination with more than 130 partner agencies throughout the service that span over 90,000 square miles. Though these services, the Food Bank provides assistance to more than 97,000 people each month. Half of those are children and seniors. Through the fundraising efforts of Franktown Meadows Hunter Derby, the Food Bank of Northern Nevada will continue working to end the hunger in our region through direct services, advocacy, outreach, and education. We are thrilled that they are our beneficiary and have been for the last few years. Phil is right now going over the course with the people in the tent. We've had such a great champagne brunch. Not that I drank any, but I think maybe Rush, my friend over here, had a couple glasses so that he could sit in front of the camera.
Well, not until after the event, but I thought about it. But we also have some other multiple rides. We have Tommy Clark has 2 horses also. We have Ashlyn Bowman that is riding 2. That's actually the trainer here at Franktown Meadows. I asked her if she thought she had a advantage of being able to ride in this field before the other horses came. They don't use the field until after the Derby's finished to try to save the footing. The grass is super here. It's all irrigated. It's an irrigated field. The water comes out of the mountains. So the footing's really holding up well.
We had a drought here the last few years. Last year it was a little dry, and we really had to do a lot of work on preparing it for the Derby. This field has 100-year-old roots and had not been ridden on very much before this event started, and now it's like gold because the footing is so fantastic. So it's well protected, and we really take care of it for the Derby horses and the derbies that come, because nowadays there's not too many beautiful fields like this even in the country, even in the world. The first year we were here, George Morris was one of our judges and had commented on how fantastic the grass was in the field. And we were very flattered with that and very honored to know how great it was. So we are protecting that at all costs for every year that we have this Derby, because it is such an anomaly nowadays to have such great footing. So we want to protect it and continue this event for many years to come.
Well, another thing that this Derby is known for is the high winds. And when I sat down, there was no wind at all. It was getting quite warm, and then as we sit here, it feels like the wind's starting to gust up. I know the first year we had winds of 75 miles an hour, and during the week when we were trying to build the course this week, we were at 45 to 50 mile an hour gusts, and so we got a lot of the bigger plants, and all the standards are staked down, and hopefully the wind will pull the plants and the standards out of the ground here. But it's also known for the heavy winds here in Reno, in this valley here. It's like a funnel the wind comes down through.
Yeah, so we get a lot of wind from Tahoe that comes straight down through the canyon, and it's pretty wild. It gets wild and woolly. And we were talking yesterday about the first year and how windy it was and how much they had to be staked down, and you and Bobby Murphy were out there all night long staking them down, and the pictures we got were beautiful, but when we looked at the trees in the picture, the trees were literally on their sides because it was so windy. We were grateful to the riders. The horses went fantastic, but boy, oh boy, was it windy, no doubt.
Just a moment, we're going to show you.
We certainly went through a lot of rebarb that first year, that's for sure. We did a lot of runs to Home Depot for sledgehammers and rebarb and zip ties to try to keep everything low to the ground and keep it locked and loaded or whatever.
Well, it looks as though we have our hounds, the Red Rock hounds, and our master should be coming in a moment. I think they're right behind us. There they are. Coming up through the woods there, they're going to come all the way around in order not to spook any horses that are out front here in the schooling area. We make them go all the way around.
Riders will be looking for the first horse in our Franktown.
I think they're having a nice little trail ride in the back. They're looking at the
Trail
mountains.
ride. They have some flasks going on back there. They've taken a
Radio
little
to tell
nip
them
or
maybe
two.
gallop a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's get this,
Exactly.
let's get this event started.
Far corner
See some
of the
jumping.
property. They'll be on their way in just a moment.
They are coming right around the bend now. It looks as though here they come.
You keep telling me that, but I don't see
know.
them. I don't see
Guys,
them.
they're because they're directly behind
Okay,
you.
good.
The other horses in the field are cantering around, and it's an exciting day here. We can keep the wind down, like we say. All of our papers in front of us. We're going to be in good shape.
Now it's going to be exciting for the spectators and the live feed to see the hounds and the come into the ring, and you know, it's a beautiful field for the hounds to run around and they look at all the people and then the jumps and
I think they might have
the
had a
antique
little.
cars maybe in the corners, and but they have a super time running around here. The foxhounds. That's a real tradition of the goes back a long time, fox hunting. Well, here we go.
I think they had a little trouble reining in their hounds here, so we had to wait a little bit.
They're definitely on their way.
Fox hunting is the basis of this sport. This is where our show ring hunters have come from and what we're trying to put back into this sport and why this is such a special event. We like to bring the hounds and the hunt out to our events. A little
The
spooky
master's having a
here.
little trouble with his horse. He's
Master.
looking at that farmhouse jump.
Here they come. Don't you worry about
Oh,
her.
yeah.
She's a tough cookie.
We have
Here they come.
it's a-
All right.
If you have a dog,
Here
I
they come.
suggest you put them on a leash.
there's one hound that doesn't quite look like a hound. It looks maybe like a poodle of some sort. It's having a great time out here.
Hang on. The hunt
you for
hounds
coming.
and the poodle. Oh, there it goes. Right back under the fence. All right.
Looks like a beautiful Frisian, I think.
And here they are. Red Rock Hounds Hunt from Reno, Nevada. And here they are, right in front of the tent. I'm going to take a little loop around.
You can hear the horn, and Lynn gained her early fox hunting experience in Britain in 1968. Founded her first pack of foxhounds, the Berry Hollow Hunt in Pennsylvania in 1974. And Lynn has been supported by 4 joint masters of foxhounds: Scott Tepper since '86, Marshall Ward in '92 to 2001.
Brown Poodle's really leading the pack.
That's right. This
might
one
wanna-
might be a new
You might want to scout him for be the leader.
Managing the hunt organization.
A
Ensuring
new
good
hound.
relationship with landowners like us and government officials who oversee our hunt territory, and most importantly, guiding the development of our pack of hounds. Over the past 28 years, the Red Rock Hounds has developed
There's
a prominent
the head
reputation
poodle is
in
coming
the
on up
records of our
here.
hunts, masters and members to open the public's eyes to the joy of fox hunting Nevada style.
I don't think I'd want to be the owner of that dog right now. It might cost them a donation to the food bank to get them back. He's certainly
Here
having a
they
good time.
go.
I'm not quite sure if that's a member of the hunt or not.
Over the first couple of years, I know Lynn, the hunt master, had brought her flask and would line up there in front of the tent, take a little swig, and see if anybody else wanted a swig.
Well, they're just drinking tea right now, I'm sure, because it's early in the day.
Tea is for junior riders. Okay? How many people know that, right? Junior riders had tea in their flask, and there's probably many more people that know way
Bread
more
with no
about
crust.
this. Bread with no crust, and it had to be a cheese
mayonnaise.
sandwich. Yeah, you remember the gloves that went under it? That was such a beautiful time. The appointments classes that we had at the horse shows. It was very beautiful, and all of that, the sewn-in bridles with the bib, and I love that. I am all
Nowadays, you
about
can barely
tradition.
get anybody to even be able to tie their own stock.
No,
Not like the old days.
that's exactly. They're going to get one of those ties, like those
Velcro.
kids have, that are already tied. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's really funny. And there
So
they
usually
are.
for the derbies, the tack shops get a lot of business because people are in there buying stock ties and having the tack shop owners tie them for them.
That's true.
I think that might have happened to us back last week in Kentucky, if I remember correctly, but I don't want to say more about that.
Well, tax shops should start to charge for
Yep,
that. I'm
for
sure they make
assistance,
a lot of
outside
money.
assistance.
Or better yet, I think that maybe we should do that for some of these classes and say, do you know how to tie your own stock tie? And have some of these people do that, some of these junior kids.
Nope, they're
They're down there doing a little flasking and having a good time in front of the tent.
having their own little stirrup cup.
That's right. First couple of years, Lynn brought, I don't know, remember all those dogs? There were like 1,000 dogs.
Hounds.
Hounds. Sorry, there 1,000 hounds.
Here they go.
There we go.
A big round of applause for
And
the
here they
Red
go.
Rock
All
Hounds
right.
and the Poodle.
Very, very wonderful. It's the tradition of our sport.
There goes
It's
the-
where this has come
There
from.
goes the poodle leading the pack.
Beautiful. There they go.
I think a few of these hounds would like to stay at the tent.
I know.
Food was pretty good.
And there they go. All right, the Red Rock Hounds, Reno, Nevada. There they go. Okay, we're going to be ready with our first horse here momentarily. First horse.
So that was exciting indeed, ladies and gentlemen. Now,
Full circle,
what we'll do
Oak Glen.
is combine that group of horses, that pack of hounds, would be out in the field. They would catch the
It was
scent.
sort of a neat sight to see Hope and her daughter and her husband all out here this morning riding the horses around the field.
It's such a family affair with them. It is very neat to watch.
And then the horses get used to the surroundings and the
This
jumps.
is basically the beginning of show hunting. It came from
Saw her the other day. I didn't even recognize her. She was in like normal clothes instead of riding clothes.
Yeah, it's always interesting to see our horse friends in normal clothes and doing normal things. But I know that Hope and Red are like to do family things and like to have a regular family as well as support their sport here. And they've certainly supported us over the years. And we root for them. So again, we have 22 starters here, and we are looking for Hope Glen with Full Circle as being the first one. Then we have Stanley F, owner Linda Freeman from Sacramento, and ridden by John French. The third horse in the order is Blackjack. Tommy Clark rides for Stephen Borders of San Marcos, California. Fourth to go will be number 22, Felix, and that's Jenny Kirathis' ride for Brianna Sukert of Newport Coast. Fifth in the order will be 2, Erolie, and that horse will be ridden by Lindsay Archer, Northern California there, and Louisa Ward of Napa, California is the owner. Sixth in the order is number 10, Caruso's Barichello Z, Kristen Harden. will be riding for Nicole Teague of New Cayama, California. 7th in the order is number 20, Irwin, ridden by Buddy Brown and owned by Cindy McCarthy of Davis, California. And we had a nice talk with Cindy. She is a lovely amateur who rides with Buddy Brown, and she rode her horse Irwin yesterday in the 3-foot $10,000 Hunter Derby.
Let's meet the officials now for our competition. We're very pleased to have 4.
So again, as we talked before, our 4
from Canada,
judges are
not only a United States equestrian
Diane Carney,
but also equine Canadian.
Bobby Reber,
right?
Ron Keller,
Richard Keller.
Rich Keller, Ron's his son, sorry.
Yeah, put you on the spot.
Yeah, put me on the spot.
And Kathleen Rice from Fishkill, New York.
I knew Ron Keller's long time ago.
USHA board member and director.
Yes, he's been around many years.
Spreading knowledge and horsemanship through clinics.
I've been around many years too. So
Well,
I talk too much about that.
you know what? You and I have been many friends for, oh gosh, do you think like 40 years?
I
Could it be
would
coming
say,
up on 40
I put a number out there.
Wow. Yeah, Richard Keller has been an equestrian from the age. With his family to California. Keller has been known to ride both hunters and jumpers throughout U.S. and Canada. He received his judging license in 1962. Wow. Judging highlights include prestigious shows such as Devon, Harrisburg, Washington International, USEF Pony Finals twice, and Oxridge. Keller presently lives in Palm Desert, California, and travels the Pacific Coast and Canada judging and teaching. So that's pretty amazing. He's got a long history of judging, and we are super grateful that he has come to us today. Again, Kathleen Rice, and she is new to us here. Kathleen is a self-employed trainer and judge. Rice especially enjoys teaching pony and children's and junior riders, as well as developing junior horses. So she has been holding her large R in the Hunter and Hunter seat equitation for many years.
Time for the national anthem.
And it looks like it is time for the national anthem.
At the basketball game, 14 years old, she's a rider herself, has her own horse at home. And if you can, please stand, remove cover, as the lovely 14-year-old Cameron Burr brings us our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming?
Good.
From the Queen High School.
Oh my gosh. Okay, we're having a little problem with the wind all of a sudden, and we're losing some of our table things. So if you see us go flying into the ring, Rush is going to tie us down. We thought we were tied down, but this is northern Nevada, I'm telling you, and you're at the foot of the Sierra Mountains, and anything can happen. That is a fact. We've had beautiful weather so far. I think it's about 85 degrees, few clouds in the sky. The wind does come up in the afternoon, and it is definitely rearing its ugly head in slight gusts here. So again, our first horse here is Full Circle. Number 14, Hope Glenn, will be doing the riding. Hope, who knows this field so well, been riding on it with multiple horses over the last 6 years. And here she comes. First horse, Full Circle, Hope Glenn.
As we get underway, this is Full Circle, owned by Miss Karen Trione of Santa Rosa, California. It's a 9-year-old gelding in the top 10 in the
9-year-old gelding.
National Derby 2016 and in the top 10 in every international derby.
Full Circle was in the top 10 in the Kids $100,000 International Derby in 2016, and in the top 10 in every international derby competed in 2015 and 16.
First two jumps were beautiful, Sue.
Oh, totally. And I think we have this one in the Calcutta, don't we?
Don't tell anybody yet.
Yes, we do. Very nice. It's nice that these horses got to be out on this field and jump yesterday just to get all the sights seen. They were a little spooky yesterday, and today I think they're going to be a lot more solid. It's a lot to look at. That was a beautiful high jump. Coming to the in and out now.
Really jumped that well. Spectacular.
Beautiful, beautiful jumping style. Attractive horse to look at. Moves across the ground beautifully.
Now we come to the high option bending line. We'll see what she does here.
Whoa, whoa. Hung up in the air a little bit. Was a little slow off the ground.
Yeah, I'm not sure he didn't get his eye out of the ring a little bit. Maybe looking at this tablecloth.
Yep.
We're trying to keep on the table here. It's too bad. Just didn't really get his eye on it well. You could see when she got close, she was really legging him hard to get him set for the jump. Pick up on it well.
And now he's a little bit worried. He's wanting to pull her down there for that last one. That was really too bad. Lovely horse. And I think you're absolutely right. He did not get his eye on it. There's a lot going on down in the center of the ring, even though, like I said, they were going around yesterday. But they're still jumping this backward. I think we jumped it the other way earlier, and that was yesterday. We jumped this line, the red to the natural there. It was jumped the other way, and so now we've got still jumping into the tent from the natural brown rail oxer there to the red farmhouse, and they're coming right at us, and there's tents moving around, and we need to make sure that this doesn't like do that. Sorry. Again, the wind is coming up, so you may hear me say some things to different people. And hang on to our papers here.
So it looks like we're sleeping on the job. We're just trying to keep the tablecloth on the table.
Our next horse, Stanley F. John French rides for Linda Freeman, Sacramento. Stanley F, gelding, who rides with Kelly Van Vleck of Northern California. This horse was top 12 in the International Hunter Derby at Ranch and Coast Horse Show. In May, Stanley F was reserve champion in the high performance of the Paso Robles Horse Show. This is John's, well, it'll be John's third time riding Stanley F.
Took the high option at fence 1 at the Wine Barrels.
Again, as I talked earlier, we're thrilled to have John, who is the 3-time world champion hunter rider, back. He rides beautifully, and as I was saying yesterday, he's one of my very personal favorite riders to watch. He's smooth, he's accurate, he makes these horses jump as well as they can possibly jump. He stays out of their way. But yeah, pilots them around very with a lot of stability.
We got here early this morning and John was already on his first horse. He was second yesterday. I don't think he likes being second. He was out practicing.
We have a competitive group of great professionals and horses today. And we're on to the log jump.
Let's see which jump he picks here. Maybe we go for the
Hang
high
on,
option.
hang on to that. Stuart, hang on to that.
This horse gave a little look to the higher option step. John really riding him up to the jump. He was giving a look too. He might have seen hope and realized that the horses lose track of that jump coming across the field into the crowd. And there's a lot of people on the side of the ring today. The lower option there. And now he's coming to the last jump. Really nice trip.
John French with his first ride. This one on
It's
Stanley
beautiful.
F,
He
number
does
6.
such a great job with these hunters. And as you were adding yesterday, that John did a lot of the jumper rides early on in his career. Jumper ring, to ring. And as I said, the wind is picking up and we're having to like tie everything
Rebar
down.
and the duct tape and
Oh my goodness.
the zip ties.
Yeah. So that's the only thing about northern Nevada. We have Slide Mountain
Starts his program off in grand
is
style.
the
Panel
one of
one, we
the
have
big
a
mountains here
+3
that Franktown Meadows is at the foot of.
Panel 2 serves
And they-
79 plus 3 high options for 82. First round total, leading 167.
Okay.
For Stanley F.
Stanley F. Panel
And a 182 plus 3
82
high.
plus 3.
Next, this is Black
And panel 1.
79 plus 3.
Plus 3.
California.
So an overall score of 167. Obviously the leader at this point. Still early in the class.
He's competed in the Grand Prix, equitation, and hunters. Fourth in the International Hunter Derby at the Oaks last week. Tommy Clark, a top-ranked professional from Agoura Hills, California. Number 9, Blackjack.
She took the high option for the first fence. Looked like maybe Blackjack might have looked down at the wine barrels a little bit.
Beautiful horse. Now he looked away, he looked over at the log, maybe those things flying there for a moment, took his eye off of that jump, got a little bit slow, and ended up jumping the straw bales nicely. And we were commenting yesterday because they jumped that straw bale the same direction, and you have down here the red barns. They wanted to jump a little bit left on that straw bale.
Well, today too, we also have a very large sun umbrella down here that people just put up.
I think this is the first time for this horse in the ring. I don't think we saw him
No,
yesterday
I don't remember
either.
Yeah, jump the log, jump nice away.
Very
from the gate.
nice.
But
Coming down.
Once again, the horse is sort of trying to figure out which jump he's going to go to here. She's giving him a real full ride. From both the high options. And actually quite nice. He was looking out of the ring a little bit over the slab wood odds here. The Eldorado high ox. We got a lot of pace now going towards home. She's got to fight him a little bit to get the distance, and with a jump, the last jump maybe a little awkward.
Awkward, it's going downhill. That Eldorado jump is huge. Going a little bit downhill and coming to that last round. Had a little bit too much momentum there and made for an awkward jump coming out.
Channel number 1, so 60
It might be better to even just take this whole thing off.
We'll take
Yeah.
this
At the table, yeah.
That's very helpful. All right, we got rid of the tablecloth. So our last horse scored. We're going to find that out momentarily. Number 22, Felix. Jenny Karacisis is riding for Brianna Sukert of Newport Coast.
Remember, this is one of my all favorite horses from yesterday. It was nice. It was a nice big horse. I figured it was probably big enough that I could ride. It's got a nice picture. It was good.
Yeah, beautiful. This was the other one in the Calcutta region. Beautiful across the ground. Really attractive horse. Jenny rides him great. Wow. Coming now to the two-stride. Beautiful and really nice.
Maybe a little light rod coming out, but really jumped brilliant. It was good with his legs. Maybe a little light rod behind.
This horse is a 7-year-old gelding. It is a 2-for-2 winner in the USHJ National Hunter Derbies at the Oaks and Del Mar National C1.
She's chosen to take lower options.
Wait.
A lot of people down here on this end, and then she's watched the other few competitors go when the horses are spooking a little bit and diving in. So she's playing a little bit safe. You can get the two high options, but we gotta remember it's only
Wow. This is a young horse.
a little bit of hesitation there, but still jumped it well. Coming to the last fence.
Wow. Beautiful. Beautiful. And I think she was so smart to do the low options. That was just so, I mean, that's a seasoned rider. She's not going to overpace this horse. He's jumping brilliantly. on the low options. Why would you do that? That just beautiful. Great trip. Beautiful quality young horse, 7 years old. Felix and Jenny Carasusis.
Let's see if the judges liked it as much as we did.
Yeah, we liked it.
That's when I want to ride.
Yeah, exactly. When it makes you
Maybe
feel like
another
you want to
3
ride
a little more
it.
season, then I don't have to do anything. Just drop the reins and it's the next time.
Totally. We had a few older horses.
We did. We had a few. Couple young riders. We had an 11-year-old, 14-year-old. They did pretty well.
From the panel of the first judges. No, yeah, 78 plus 1 from the first set of judges, and 82 plus 1 for the second.
And with an overall score of 162, right now is in second place. And we still have 18 horses to go. So we got a lot of class.
We got a little ways to go yet.
Here's number 10 leading up in our over one slot. Caruso's Barichello Z. Richard Hart riding for Nicole T of New Cuyama, California. A 10-year-old Derby.
Okay, and the next horse that we have
is the winner of the Sacramento International Derby. Richard Hart.
Caruso's Barichello Z, owned by Nicole Teague and ridden by Kristen Hardin of New Cuyama, California.
Low option at the wine barrel. I think just try to get a horse, maybe he's a little green horse, get a good start to it, since the course seems to be a little bit spookier today with all the people and the tents and everything blowing around now that the wind's picked up to 20 miles an hour, 30 miles an hour.
This is a 10-year-old gelding, Caruso by Barichello Z, placed in both derbies here last year and was the winner of the Sacramento International Derby.
Well, this is a tough event to school for, to prepare your horses. A lot of the preparation comes from just walking into the ring, down the ring, jumps.
You got a little fresh there off the... It's a little bit on the fresh side there, just landing and being exuberant.
She's a strong rider. A lot of experience.
Yeah, she's one of our top professionals from California, for sure. Side there, you got that barn jump. Again, the low options she's taking there. ridden by none other than the great Buddy Brown, owned by Cindy McCarthy of Davis, California. Cindy rode Irwin yesterday in the 3 foots. Cindy is an amateur and does Irwin actually in the amateur jumpers. Today she decided to let her trainer Buddy Brown take over.
Buddy Brown, as I had mentioned, has competed for the United States equestrian team in the Olympic Games.
I thought I saw Buddy adjusting his helmet. I think he's tightened it up because the wind's blowing so hard. He's got a pretty good headwind.
Right. Buddy Brown is a equestrian on the Olympic team in the 70s. Won Pan Am Games in the 70s as well. Won gold, multiple gold in the Pan Am Games. Tremendous jumper rider over the years, and now tremendous hunter rider, especially for these derbies. We love watching him. We love all of his experience.
Horse really popped over that jump. I believe this horse has done some jumping strong, quite high.
Making the way to the 2-stride there. Oh,
That was too bad. Had the back rail of the oxer coming out of the 2-stride down.
yeah, it just didn't look like he finished up over the jump and kind of opened a little early and dropped that back rail. Coming to the high option. Jumping it nice. I think that's sometimes the advantage you get from some of these jumpers. That you're able to take the higher options and not be concerned about the spookiness because they've seen so much. Oh,
Trot. Worked it out.
there
I don't
he
think
goes.
it's not his day, really. Rail down and trot through the middle of the ring, but it's certainly a good school for the horse.
Right.
And
He's just trying to set him up a little bit too much to get to that oxer, coming down that hill a little bit, and
at
broke to
4-3,
the trot.
4-3, some other riders thought it was maybe a little too big. You come off down that hill off that little bending line there. And his horse was starting to take a pretty good hold coming towards coming down the last line. Well, he's getting another chance.
Our next horse
Number
is
2, Erolie.
Erolie is our next horse. Lindsay Archer from Alamo, California, another very good professional who has been helping us throughout the years and supporting our derby. Erolie is a 7-year-old Danish warm blood gelding, currently competing in the 2nd-year green. This is his 3rd international hunter derby, and at 18 hands he is likely the largest horse in the class, but beautifully put together and wonderful to ride. That's what they said. And as we see here, oh, he does. switch of the lead there as he cantered down to the 2-stride.
Big strided horse. He really sort of picked up the 2-stride pretty good moving out. He jumped that slab board gate, like over the top of the standards. At least it looked that way from head on.
Yes. And good there. It's going to come to the Eldorado.
A little bit of a hard line here. You really got to balance your horse. You're coming downhill.
And that Eldorado, the high option is so high. High and wide.
There's the round for Erolie.
Very good. We'll see what our panel of judges think of that.
A couple rough patches, but I think he jumped so high and she had to really contain him, his jump and stride to get these jumps set up.
Yes, and I think the biggest challenge of this course is the last 3 jumps.
Hard line. Looked at it.
You built it.
Well, I sort of had a little helping doing it, but I thought if I had to ride it, how would I ride it? I think you really need to jump the roll top and go straight for 5-6 strides and square up to it, because it's certainly big enough and wide enough. The Eldorado ox in the middle of the ring with a little bit of a downhill. You need to take your horse and jump the high ox, or take him out a little right, just so you don't get on too big of an angle to the right corner at the last jump, because you look at the Model T, the 1928 model, Ford Model T, and then all the people in the tent.
Plus 4 from panel 1 up to 61. 56.5 plus 4. There's 60.5 from panel 2, a 121 and 1/2 total.
Yeah. So 56 from panel 1, 56.5. What's that say?
And the 4 options from panel 2. I was talking too much.
Okay,
Couldn't hear the
you're
score.
going to help me. 64 from panel 1 and 56.5 from panel plus 4. 60.5.
Okay,
you got to help me a little more.
Competing together for the back
Overall score 121.
There you go. Overall score total 121.
Just tell me to shut up because I'm talking too much.
This horse, this is Ashlyn Bowen. Ashlyn is one of the resident hunter and jumper trainer here at Franktown Meadows, and her horse Osilvia. Osilvia was doing the meter 30 jumpers, and she has now decided to turn Osilvia into a derby horse. We had a little problem there with the lead coming off of that straw bale.
I think the horse was on top of the ring a little bit there. Lost concentration. Slow changing behind.
Slow changing, and then it ended up skipping behind, which will affect her score now, depending.
A little bit strong coming towards home. See the double in and out. Worked out.
Depending on, we have 2 judges sitting on one side of the ring and 2 judges sitting on the other side of the ring. And sometimes from where you're sitting, you don't see things and you see other things, and vice versa. So that score will be reflected in their scores. So sometimes you have scores that are different, and that would be the reason why, one of the big reasons why.
Jumps both the high options on the bending line, the slab board gate to the farm jump. We got a nice pace. Maybe, hopefully, it won't get too strong downhill here to the Eldorado. She's going to take the high option. Met it well, a little light rub behind. Oh. Good.
There's our local
You can hear the cheers for
Hometown
Ashlyn. Osilvia looked a little bit strong coming home in different parts of the course here. Still trying to adapt to the hunter way of going. And Ashlyn's going to keep working on that with Osilvia.
If I remember correctly, she had a good last year. She had ended up placing quite well here, maybe 4th, I think.
Yes, I think she was definitely in the ribbons last year doing the $25,000.
Panel 1 scores 50 plus 4 high options. Panel 2 scores 51 plus 4 high options. A 109 total for Osilvia.
Panel 1, 50 plus 4, 54 total. Panel 2, 51 plus 4, 55 total. That lead change down there. Las Vegas. And highly recommended for Ed and Glenn Pope at Sonoma. She is now the assistant for them. This horse we watched yesterday and really enjoyed watching.
She took the low round, the wine barrel at the first jump. She had a beautiful round yesterday.
Yes, she did. Loved watching this one. Cheshire is a 7-year-old Gelby, winner of the $25,000 U.S. HJA National Hunter Derby in Peno in 2015, and he is a consistent winner in the first year breeds. Wow.
Really jumped that well.
Yes.
We got to speak up a little bit. Companion, this thing we are talking about enough.
We're having problems with the wind, and so that is why I think that we're having problems with our mics here. So we'll do the best we can. Nice to the 2-stride.
Boy, did it jump right out.
It's going to be one of our top horses.
Should probably go low here, play it safe to try to stay in the hunt. It's tough grass already.
Beautiful. I love this horse's expression and his way of going. I just think he's
She took the high option at the farm jump. She's doing a little bit different than some of the other competitors. It looks beautiful going around though, huh?
Here's the tough line. Bantering down to the last jump. Beautiful. Yeah, that was well thought out and well ridden on her part, I think. Doing the lower option, coming down the hill to that last jump. I thought that was really well planned out and I think it's going to end up benefiting her with the score.
And I believe she works for Hope and Ned. So
Yes.
probably Hope had a little input on the course. She's already been out here
Yes.
and had that unfortunate rail down at the high option slab with gate over here. Probably Hope gave her a little bit of
We have
it.
a new leader.
All right.
Yep, here she
Cheshire.
is.
Panel 1 scores 88 plus 1 for an 89. Panel 2 scores
New leader.
85 plus 1 for an 86. A new leader is 175.
Panel 1 scores 88 plus 1 high, 89 total, and then panel 2, 85 plus 1,
Number
86.
Sergeant
Overall
Sanchez.
total 175.
Number 12 returns. Against
175.
for Orders in San Marcos, California. Number 8 extraordinaire.
Here's Tommy Clark and Gora Hills, California, riding number 8, Extraordinaire. 9-year-old Extraordinaire was 4th at the Upperville Derby on June 11th at Devon.
Stephen Borders and his Foxhorn Farm. extraordinaire and number 12.
If I remember correctly, you can correct me, but she competed this horse last year here.
Yes, she did.
She did quite well with him. Ooh, jumped there really well. That's deep.
This horse yesterday was so impressed with the jumps and jumped a little bit high. And you could see he's much more relaxed today.
Still jumping high though. He jumped that wagon, that straw wagon jump. Quite big. It's really giving
That was
great
nice.
effort, huh?
Yeah, really nice. That in and out's coming downhill slightly going towards home, and it looked like he just got a little off balance, jumping in and jumping out.
Yeah, we think that in and out would hold him a little bit more with the logs and all that, but he just made it a little low when she came into it. Just jumped at it a little bit. Now she's taking a high option.
Wow.
Even he liked it. He should have.
Yeah.
He really liked that one. Now we're doing the other high option farm jump. Nice.
Tommy's a veteran of riding these hunters. California professional.
It's a pretty horse. He's jumping around.
Taking the
Jumping
high.
Eldorado high.
Yeah, nice coming out. So I think she was really angled that, wishing well just right. He landed on his right lead. She was able to balance him up for the high option, coming down to the second to the last fence, the Eldorado, and then made a nice jump out over the last jump, that blonde wood with the yellow flowers.
For a second I thought we had a horse galloping behind it, but it was a young girl galloping behind us. Obviously she's got the horse bug.
I think so.
She wants to canter and jump.
And it seems as though, for the moment, the wind has died down. We're not holding
so.
everything down. Oh my gosh. All right, so we're looking
Now
at...
the fan base will be able to really hear what we're saying, which probably isn't good.
Panel 1 scores 77 plus 4 high options for an 81. Panel 2.
Scores. So panel 2 had, was it a place where they saw something that panel 1 did not? Overall total 144. Our next horse, again, Jenny Kirasisis, our rider, and number 18, Legacy. Legacy was imported from Weeden in 2014. He won the $25,000 Grand Prix Hunter Derby Finals in Del Mar in 2015. Legacy won the USHJA International Derby at Ranch and Coast in 2016. And he, of course, he is being shown by Jenny Kirasisis for the Sukert family.
Yeah, she started with the high option at the wine barrels and really jumped it brilliantly. Fence 2 was fine. Now she always rides the lines great out here. She really thinks about her track into the jumps, getting straight and square. Jumped that beautifully, the straw bale wagon jump.
I think Jenny has a history of doing a lot of equitations as a junior rider, and that's where her accuracy for lines comes in.
Jump the Riviera gate a little bit on an angle just to give her, set her up a little bit better, maybe for the two strike coming downhill.
Really nice there. Nice jump in, nice jump out. Very smooth. He wasn't so impressed with the tense here, but gave a nice jump on both of them there. Here comes the lines coming home.
Took the lower option there at the El Dorado. I think he gives you a little bit better line than the last jump. And that balance, you really got to have the horse balanced up to jump the El Dorado the high side. Nice triple C.
Really nice, really nice. She did that wishing well, and he wanted to kind of pull down a little bit because he knew he was starting to go downhill towards home, and she was balanced him up, jumped the low side, and ended up very nice down at the other end. But these are all the options that you have when you are jumping a course of jumps. The track and the lines and how it's going to work for you and your horse, and knowing you and your horse, and how that's going to work out for you. So you really have to plan that ahead of time. And I think Jenny did with this horse, Legacy.
We have a new leader.
All right.
Legacy. Panel number 1 scores 83 plus 3 for an 86. Panel number 2 scores 87 plus 3 for a 90. And new leader in Legacy, 176.
Panel 1, 83 plus 3 high. Panel 2, 87 plus 3 high. Overall total, 176. That is our very good. Beautiful. Number 13, Hope Glen is returning with her next mount, Southside, owned by Sabrina Hellman of San Francisco, California. Hope won the Arthur Hawkins Award of Excellent in Hunters, CPHA Horseman of the Year, and is leading the Southwest Derby for USHJA, and is on the top 10 nationally for money won in international derbies.
She decided to take the lower option of the wine barrels at the first jump. Jump was consistent, third jump. He's maybe looking out of the ring a little bit here after the straw wagon.
He carries himself a little bit hot. You know, he likes to see this horse. He likes to bring his head up and see where he's going and what's happening, so he travels a little bit that way. Kind of a little bit like a radar.
He jumped the Riviera gate quite nice. A little rub in the first jump of the two stride and the second jump.
And a little slow maybe.
Yeah.
But I love this horse's expression. He always looks interested. Same thing, opting for the low option, coming home. Yes, and again, that's knowing your horse, knowing the pattern, knowing where you want to go with it, and knowing the best route, even if you're going to lose a point.
it was going to be tough using fighting the wind.
I'm telling you, this is the
Tablecloth,
easy part. You're not kidding. We're hanging
I signed up
on.
for all this. Not sure I signed up, period.
South side with no.
Okay, if we do this next time, we're going to have to get like a little, maybe we can do it in the car.
50 total.
Okay, so south side, panel 1, 74. Panel 2, 76. Overall total, 150. 150 for Johnny and south side. John French is back with his next mount. Small gesture. Iwasaki and Riley are the owners. Calabasas, California.
Currently leading the country in the
7-year-old.
hunters with Augusta. Iwasaki.
Small gesture recently won the $25,000 Hunter Spectacular at the Oaks in Southern California. He is currently leading the country in the small junior hunters with Augusta Iwasaki. John French and small gesture. First jump, really nice approach to it, very smooth. Great feeder jump there, very nice. Good. So, yeah. And here's, John just,
I think the horse knew he was getting his picture taken. It was bridle, like up good. Wait there for a second till the horse goes by. Come just 2 seconds. Thank you.
yes, and so this is what we talk about when we talk about John being so smooth and getting his horses to really just relax. He actually gets them to take a breath to stride before they jump, and then they can give them the biggest, best jump that he can get. He looks here like he's going for the smaller option. Really good. Continues on. Smaller red barn option.
Watching. Tough line, the high motion of that heavy line.
Beautiful.
Low option there at the Eldorado. Not sure that was his real plan. I think the horse just came off of there. It was a little bit slow getting the change, so he decided to take lower option.
I totally think you're right.
It's experience right there.
Totally, yeah. Oop,
John French at number
and it
4,
worked out
small
really
gesture.
well for him. Beautiful, really, really good. We'll wait for the score on this one. He gives me goosebumps. He does. I love watching him ride. I think he is
Oh, he's a top rider.
just
Best hunter I
what-
ever had, and I don't want to say what year it was a horse called Kerrigan that I bought for a client of mine a long, long time ago. Most of the people probably watching don't even remember the horse.
I remember him because we've been friends for 40 years.
Don't tell anybody.
Panel 1 scores 89. Panel 2 scores 83.5. No high options. Third best right now for small gesture.
Okay, panel 1, 89.
172.5.
Panel 2, 83.5. Overall total, 172.5. And I think that was really, I think his plan was super without the high options. Otherwise, he would have had 3.5 higher score, but I think he's going to try to get that back in the handy. So I think that he's positioning himself right now, just get a nice score going around, which he did, and he's in a really good
Number 11,
position for the
Pacific Heights, Kristen Hart.
And I believe that early this morning they were talking about
New
higher low, but
California.
the person was helping him.
This is number 11, Pacific Heights,
7-year-old Jeffy.
by Nicole Teague of New Maya, California, and again ridden by Kristen Harden. Again, another one of our top professionals from California.
I believe she competed this horse last year also, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong. Taking the low option at the first jump at the line barrels.
Nice and smooth, great distance.
Number 11, Pacific Heights.
She's a rider that carries a lot more pace through the course than some of the riders. I'd like to see a little more pace.
Oh, the little exuberance into the wind change there.
She wanted to make sure she got it. Setting them up for the two stride down the hill.
Yeah, I think that's a little tricky. I think coming down the hill and, them losing their balance, if they're not super balanced when they jump in, they may jump a little bit over themselves coming out.
She's got a nice gallop across the field. The horse looks like he's thinking about changing his lead, but she puts a little leg on him and get him in front of her leg.
Jump low option there. Low to low.
Low to low.
Yeah.
She rode that well. A little top to the Eldorado, the low side.
Yeah, and I think, she angled that roll top just right.
Kristen
So
Hart,
it wasn't such
Pacific
a,
Heights.
he landed right. It wasn't so jerky in between. She knew her horse would jump across that nicely, and he did. And then low option, and then that difficult last line. Got out just fine.
Comes the wind again.
Waiting for the scores here. Panel 1 scores 63, panel 2 scores 64, overall total 122 for Kristen Harden and Pacific Heights. Finally ours will be the next horse here. Buddy Brown, Menlo Park, California, and Derby Hill LLC is the owner.
Starting his fourth season with Finally Ours. They've won 6 derbies.
Buddy is just starting his 4th season with Finally Ours, who he finally calls Joey. They have won 6 derbies together, with highlights being the 2014 Del Mar $25,000 Hunter Derby final and the $20,000 International Hunter Derby in Sonoma last year. These two really know each other well. Is a combination now.
So being the higher option to first fence, the wine barrels.
That's a lot of that jumper background.
He must be maybe still thinking about time vaults. He probably goes to sleep 3 minutes about time vaults. Beautiful.
Yes.
Riviera Gate accent.
Long gallop there to the two stride. Yeah. Oh.
Boy, he's having a tough
So,
day.
yeah, a little bit of a tough day for him. So the rail on the back side of that two stride came down. I think he was just balancing him up a little bit too much there as he came through that.
He's going to take the right option, I think.
Why not?
Both high options.
Beautiful.
Today he's had a tough day. Horses so far.
That's line. Taking the high option coming. Rail down there.
That's the first time we've seen the Eldorado jump come down. It's a big fence, though. It's
It's huge.
solid 4'3".
Yeah.
Still a
Coming
ramp
down
down.
in number one family hours.
Yeah, solid black jump. Wide, big, coming downhill. It's kind of looming.
That was too bad.
It was too bad. But he's done so well with finally hours, it just wasn't his day today.
We have 30 plus 4 high options from both of our judges.
30 plus 4 high options, both panels.
And unfortunately, 2 rails were down. That's a 68 total score for and finally hours.
68 total score. Here comes our trusty ring crew.
I know.
We got the fastest ones in the land, I think.
It's funny, the course has gone up higher. The course has changed from yesterday from the Derby and Classic. And we're having a lot more difficulty today. Rails and horses spooking a little bit because the crowd's bigger
As we
today.
continue, we welcome number 17 at Roscala, Jennifer Paris.
Our next horse here is number 17, Rascala. 10-year-old mare. Jennifer Paris, another professional from Elk Grove, California, Northern California. Jennifer has Cheval Farm down in Elk Grove. Rascala has been successful up to the meter 40 jumpers.
Jennifer Paris. They run
Jennifer
at
is the
Ranch
owner.
in Elk Grove, California.
And I think this pair knows
Number
each other really
17,
well as well.
Roscala.
Taking the high option at the wine barrels. We've seen a few horses today going in pelhams, which you don't see a lot anymore. But you're a judge, Sue. What's your feeling about that?
I'm a real strong believer in whatever it is that your horse needs. I like my horses in D-ring snaffles or snaffles or things like that, but there's that occasional horse that as a rider, it just is the best.
These hills make it a little more balanced.
It's just fine. I think it does have more balance. Certainly. definitely. Got a little sticky there and wanted to maybe slide into it. The grass was a worry. Jumping out into that mountain was a worry. And
But those kinds of things happen from time to time.
it looks like she's all right. Getting a ride in. I'm sure they've caught her horse down at the other end.
It's not the way you want to leave the ring. Sitting in the golf cart. You want to leave in the ring after you've had your interview for winning the class. Too bad.
We're clearing the table because the wind is coming back again. Our next horse up is, not sure. What do you have, Lady Rush?
You don't have to pronounce the name. That's why they named me Rush. I can only pronounce that.
Our next horse is number 24, Coquette. Coquette. That's what Yes, she did. That's right.
I should get a bonus point for throwing that in there.
Well, this one had to move up a little bit in the order from the little situation that happened down here with Jennifer and her mount. So we're going to wait 1 minute here and hopefully we'll be able to get the next person.
Get a little towards the highway.
Maybe out into the
No, they
schooling ring.
went back to practice and was
And we have number 24 Coquettes, Priscilla Trees, another professional. She's from down in the San Diego, Southern California area. And this horse
These sorts of them are really had a nice trip. Real confident.
Coquette is a 7-year-old mare in her 3rd year of showing.
We continue now
She
with
was
number
year-end
24,
champion in the first year last year, 2015. She has won a few national hunter derbies, 2 this year.
She's just taking a little time to let her walk down the side here. She was yesterday about the side of the ring over here. Tense. Judges and whatnot. She looks a little more settled than today.
Coquette and Priscilla Trees.
Yeah, this horse starts out, she always has such a nice expression. We watched her yesterday. She's always looking for the next jump.
And Priscilla gives her a good ride. I'm not familiar with Priscilla, but she really does a good job.
Yes. Seems like this pair knows each other very well.
The lower option, the wine barrels from the first jump. I think just sort of letting the horse get settled in.
Nice jump there. Moving around, coming to the straw bales. It's a lot of canter strides between jump 2 and 3.
Word must be getting to the schooling ring. All the riders seem to be taking them between their hand and their leg at these jumps coming towards us.
Yeah. Everybody's a little worried. Jump there, nice lead change there. Down the hill to the 2 stride here.
Really set that in well. She wasn't going to let her go to her front end and barrel on down there. She really sort of balanced her up with
Really a nice
Really
ride.
nice, huh?
Yes, nice ride all the way through the this course to the problems. It's not necessarily a straightforward course. There's a lot of here. Really nice.
Oh boy,
Really nice.
what a change from that sport.
Yes.
Still a ride.
Yes. Very confident ride.
People watching yesterday, she came in a walk mistake and wouldn't go within 50 feet of the rail over here where the judges and the tents were. Sort of worked through that room and came back to the Hunter Derby class and improved and really
Yes, I
good
think
to
so
see the
too. I
improvement.
totally agree. Totally. Let's see what everybody has to say about this one.
It's nice to see the horses come back the second day,
Boy.
relax a little bit and jump really in over some.
Channel 1 scores is 70, Ohio Options. Channel 2 is 69, Ohio Options. Race 139 for Coquette.
Panel 1, 70. Panel 2, 69. Overall score total 139. I'm going to send you to writing school, Rush, so I can read your
It's in code, writing in code.
read your writing. And then I'm going to go so that you can learn these names.
Number 23 joins us next. Stratus.
Okay, our next horse here, number 23, Stratus. Stratus. Again, coming back, it is Ashlyn Bowen. Ashlyn Bowen is riding for Lynn Munt of Reno, Nevada. Stratus is a 7-year-old homebred RPSI gelding by Zangazide Stallion out of a thoroughbred mare. This is his first Hunter Derby and second away show.
Took the lower option, maybe a little strong going towards the engage.
So we did see him yesterday in the 3-foot Derby. Jump around.
That's two is nice. Really jumped fence 3, the straw bale quite high.
Quite high. I think he's a little impressed with it. I think this is his first time. Yeah, he's still green. He's still a young horse.
Ashlyn's doing a good job of keeping him under control, keeping the balance. A little bit of a lead.
He wanted to pull her down the hill there to that 2-stride. Jumped out.
He jumped a lot, jumped quite nice away from the gate. She's going to take the lower option here at the slabwood gates.
And that's probably the smart move there for sure.
Nice on the bending line, nice at the farmhouse. This horse gets a little strong and a little bit powerful jump, lands and pull. Hopefully she can organize a little bit for the last fence. Good. She gave him a nice ride.
Yeah, and this is a big field for a young horse like that. Second Hunter Derby. Probably the first time jumping this size of a jump in a show ring. And we got a little...
Let's see what the judges have.
Channel 1 scores 65, Channel 2 scores 50, Ohio Options.
and again, panel 1, 65, panel 2, a 50. High out, no options.
Hang on, here comes the money.
Comes the win.
Fantastic.
Fantastic. Of course,
taking both those rails down. Got a little sticky off the ground there. It's not an easy course to ride, that's for sure. I think she's gonna just call it a day.
Probably did the right thing, and sometimes you have to
She's
just
gonna
say,
take a second,
gotta
maybe let her
stop.
walk a second, relax, and no, she's not gonna give up. She just could feel where you just needed a little second to take a breath before she continue on to the last two jumps, try to finish it up a little smoother. She's getting a little nervous. There we go. Back on track there. Sort of giving him a little bit of a school since he's the two rails down where he wasn't quite so confident.
Fantastic.
yeah,
It's on the
he
front.
seems like a little bit of a spooky horse to begin with, and I think he just got nervous to breed.
Got a lot out there to look at, that's for sure. Not perfectly level, it doesn't.
Final score 20 and 29. Cheshire second at 175. Third is Small Gesture at 172. And fourth, Stanley F at 167.
So our leader right now is we've had a little bit of disorganization
with the
because of
wind
the
and everything, it's
wind.
hard to hear.
Yeah.
15 joining us next.
But we will get that information for you in a moment.
Orlando Tao, Hope Flynn riding for Karen and Leon of Santa Rosa, California. Winner of the $10,000 3-foot Hunter Derby today.
See if Gertz might
For
have
Young
that.
Tao was presented by the $25,000 World Champion Hunter Derby.
Oh, Glenn is back with us. Oriendo Tao won our 3-foot derby yesterday. 9 years old, was reserve champion in the $25,000 WCHL West Coast Spectacular in June. 16, he was in the top 4 at the International Hunter Derby in Paso Robles. Hope Glenn.
Pretty horse, really jumped the straw wagon jump.
Yes, yes. I agree. Very huntery, beautiful way of going. Beautiful jump there. Smooth, change, one stride maybe, line change. Very nice coming out.
A long jump, quite nice. Let's see what she chooses here. She wants this high jump.
Good boy. Wow.
Took both high options on the main line, and you jumped
Beautiful
that
ride.
oxer, boy.
Yes.
We had a great view of it.
Beautiful hunter way of going. She's riding him very consistently. Downhill.
I'm gonna take the low Eldorado to play it safe, I think.
Yeah. Super. Yeah, she had a nice plan for him, and it worked out really well. Really well. Nice job. Lovely quality horse. like you got a little sun this week.
Windburn.
Windburn.
85 plus 2 mile
Okay, so the scores are here.
172.75.
First score.
3.75 for the second panel. 172 overall total for Corriendo Tag.
Then for the entries, the Iwasaki and Riley in Calabasas, California.
John French is back with us.
Mayor recently won the International Hunter Derby at Caruso, the multiple champion.
We're having a little trouble here with the scores ourselves because of the wind. Probably like the people that are watching the live feed.
This is Small Adventure, 9-year-old mare. Small Adventure. And Small Juniors and Secular Hunter. Owners are Iwat.
I don't have my glasses on, I can't help it.
Iwasaki and Riley.
He took the high option first jump. Probably jump, third jump, another nice jump. Pretty much on the ground, pretty classic look.
Really nice. That in and out, he rode beautifully. Horse jumped very well for him.
And do you feel there's an advantage for these riders that have multiple rides over a course like this?
Oh, yes, certainly. I mean, once you come in, you have a better idea of the feel and where you are in the ring and which jumps, which track you want to be able to do. There's always an advantage to doing it more than one time.
I'm taking the lower option at the slab board in Oxford to the higher option at the farmhouse. Jumped it brilliantly. I don't want to jinx him, but he's having an awfully nice trip.
No option there. Yeah, very smooth last final.
You can hear the
Small
crowd.
Three jumps
Crowd
there.
liked it, that's for sure.
Yeah. It's got a big fan club down there.
See if the judges
Very nice. Well ridden, very smooth. Good jumps. Well planned out, well thought out.
This horse looked a lot better today, just looked much more relaxed.
Yes, it's always good to get that first day out of the way. Even the most well-seasoned horses can be a little nervous, particularly in a venue like this where you have tents and umbrellas and people and wind, more wind, and more wind. Although it is a little tame today for this area.
Don't even say that.
I think it's
I'm from the
tame.
Windy City, and it seems like there's more wind here than there is in the Windy City.
Yeah, because there is. You know, some days I like to, it's so windy that you want to wear your heart because you're afraid things are going to fly in here. That's how windy it is. Okay. Here we go. Here's our new leader.
Panel 2 scores 88.5 plus 2 for 178.5. And that's a
First panel,
right now for Small
86
Adventure.
plus 2. Second panel, 88.5 plus 2. Overall total, 178. I'm going to send you to writing. You got to go to writing school. So your wife knows. Okay, and we get our next horse here. Non-children.
of the year.
First round.
Nice. Yeah. I think this one's went around really nicely yesterday.
These riders all time busy. In the morning are really proud of their horse. There's just a lot of money riding on this class. 35. Lower
Good. Low to high.
I think we've seen that twice today.
Alright.
It's a good plan.
It is. Again, it's about knowing your horse and knowing what's going to work best, which line.
Little top quite nice. Taking a lower option at the Eldorado.
Really good there. Beautiful. Really nice. So certainly
Last to work on
on the last three jumps, that wishing well, if you can get your horse to land right, or if he lands right, you have the advantage of coming down that hill and being able to get to the low or high option a whole lot more effectively and smoothly. Really good, and that's what happened.
We'll see what the judges say. Pretty darn good in our eyes.
Yes, it did. And so that will wrap up our first round here. We're just waiting for the scores from both panels for Jenny and Nonchalant. And then the top 12 horses will be invited back for our second round, the handy round. A little different course. Will be judged on hunting pace, jumping style, efficiency, and handiness. Brilliance will be put in there as well. But it will be a course that has some turns and a trot jump and things that you are going to find on your way out in the hunting ground. You hunt,
Huntfield.
didn't you hunt?
Yes, a long time ago.
I knew you hunted. I knew you then, didn't I? Or was that when
No.
you were before you moved to Chicago?
Before I went to Chicago.
But didn't you hunt in Chicago?
I did hunt in Chicago.
I knew that.
For Jenny Caruso's Nonchalant from panel 1, 85.75, plus 2 high options for 87.75. Panel 2, 89 plus 2
Okay,
for
we're just-
91. A new leader by 0.25.
Wow, we're just
Nonchalant.
receiving the scores now. We have a new leader. 85.75 plus 2 from the first panel, 89 plus 2 from the second panel. Overall total 181.2, and Jenny and Nonchalant as our new leader. Really good. Right now we're going to take a little break and we're going to hear from our sponsors, and we will be back
I believe
with...
they have a halftime show. I don't know if we're going to live televise that. We're going to have some miniature horses jumping.
No, you...
No?
Just
We don't get to see that?
let me
Oh,
talk.
shoot.
So we're going to hear from our sponsors here, And we're going to take a little break, and then we will have Phil again talk about the next course, handy course, with the top 12 riders coming back. Thank you.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the 2016 version of the Franktown Meadows Hunter Derbies. We'll have both a 3-foot derby and an international derby, and as you can see behind me, in one of the most beautiful venues in America. You're looking at the Eastern Sierras because we're just south of Reno, Nevada, at Franktown Meadows. In the 3rd year of the Franktown Meadows Derbies, we continue to support the Food Bank of Northern Nevada. Riders from all over Southern California and beyond have come to enjoy the greatest footing, the most beautiful jumps, and as you can see, just a breathtaking area to be in for a show jumping event. Very, very derby-esque with beautiful jumps. But the main focus is our Food Bank of Northern Nevada. 70% of the people that have to use the food bank have to choose between food and their medications. 60% have to choose between food and housing. 1 in 4 children go hungry. 1 in 4 adults don't have enough nutrition. It's something that just should not be. And the riders and the trainers and the owners are proud every year to come here to exhibit their beautiful show horses over this fabulous course of fences. And it's brought to us this year through the generosity of the EMO Insurance Agency and their underwriting partner, Great American Insurance. 2 companies that are dedicated to the equine industry. And we're dedicated as well to the benefits of equestrian sports, both in a situation for this type of sport and for the handicap, where many equestrian programs benefit the handicap. And when we think of hunger in America, we also think of handicap. And it's because of that Northern Nevada Food Bank, over 90,000 miles of coverage, that Franktown Meadows has joined the food bank to help end hunger. In the 3 years that they have chosen the Northern Nevada Food Bank as their designated charity, they have provided more than 120,000 meals. We're going to see riders of legendary fame today, from the Olympic Games, from the Pan American Games, the world champion hunter riders of the year, classic riders of all types, and horses of all types. It should be one fantastic afternoon today. It's the first of the 2 days of the fabulous Franktown Meadows Hunter Derbies in beautiful Franktown Meadows, just south, as I mentioned, of Reno, Nevada. So we hope you enjoy. We're on Loaded TV.
Do you worry about the volatility of the stock market and how it's going to affect your retirement income in the future? Hello, I'm Holly McLean, and if you're 50 or older and looking for a guaranteed income stream for life of 8%, 10%, 12%, or even more at retirement, consider the new Deferred Income Annuity and don't worry about the stock market. To learn more, call McLean Financial Group at 775-329-3041. Again, that number is 775-329-3041.
Leslie Biederman won.
Very good. Okay, then our last drawing once again is for 3 stall darts from taptrunk.com.
Alright, and our winner was Julie Jansen.
Thank you everyone, all you that donated. We appreciate it. Thank you very much.
And especially thanks to our young people who came out for the drawing, and for those who put their drawing win back in so that others could share in this ceremony. Thank you very much.
They're going to do a little miniature horse thing while they set the course for the other. Can maybe Scott or you guys get that? It's going to be down somewhere down at that end. Is that possible to get a little? You don't have to get the whole thing, but just some of it maybe. Yeah, it's going to be down there somewhere, I think.
Yeah, go.
If he wants to get it, and we're not gonna, you can just. Maybe I'll just say something on the, yeah, of what it is, and this is our halftime show, and let him watch the whole halftime show.
Donations to the food bank of Northern Nevada include Hope's Casino, Nevada Organics, Margaret Ben Solomon, Helen DeMarco, Jessica Lang, Peggy Hubbard. Our impact sponsors, Cane Masters, Carson Valley Options, Chair 7 Films, Comstock Large Animal Hospital, Dr. Chris Purcell, Edible Reno Tahoe, Franktown Meadows Equestrian Facility, Great Basin Brewery, Jane Elvis City, Jessica Ball, Jordan Service, Cassidy Management Group, Leep Entertainment, McLean Financial Group, Michael and Sons Jewelry, Morgan Schmidt Gabriel, Morgan Schmidt, Science Chicken Garden, Pepsi Company, Local Life, Printing Services of November, The Richter, Brookwood Farms, Sierra Weeden Saddlery, Sue Leep with Vision Quest 1, TacTrunks.com, Tricky Treats, U.S. Foods, Waste Management Incorporated, Winterwood Farms. Our award sponsors include Dara James Designs, Franktown Meadows Equestrian Facility, Boston Denmark, Michael and Sons Jewelers, Shields Sports Store, Select Events, Sierra Weeden Saddlery,
demonstration, and we're going to watch the miniature horse and the demonstration that's going on here.
And with their foal being the highest point of flexion, that should be 60% to the rear. The horse's behavior is important, and the horse should look like a pleasure to drive.
In the meantime, enjoy the miniature
Classically elegant and gentle by nature, today's American miniature horse is among the fastest growing and most beloved of the equine breeds. The versatile miniature horse makes an ideal show partner or companion, with talents ranging from halter and jumping to driving an obstacle. Today's American miniature horse is refined and well proportioned. They resemble a scaled-down version of a standard-sized horse. The next horse coming in is named Bell's Egyptian Rumble. He's a 15-year-old and stands 33 inches. Rumble's a 7-time world champion.
Wow.
He competes as an all-around horse, which means he shows in driving, hunter, showmanship, obstacle driving, halter obstacle, and conformation classes. Today, he'll be demonstrating hunter with 16-year-old amateurs. Hunters are judged on their style, manners, and way of going, with a preference given to those horses who cover the course at an even pace, with free flowing strides, as in a brisk trot or canter, but must maintain the same gait throughout the course. Jumps must be a minimum height of 18 inches and a maximum of 24 inches. In the show ring, individuals of all ages and abilities compete for titles and awards. The horse for everyone really is a fitting description for the American miniature horse. Individuals with mobility issues or special needs are finding miniature horses to be an excellent companion and competition partner. Children intimidated by large horses tend to eagerly embrace a miniature horse. Adults who have always wanted a horse but never got the chance are now fulfilling their childhood dreams with their very own miniature horse. Keeping a miniature horse is about 1/10 the cost of maintaining a
Bye,
large
Julie.
£5 of good quality hay per day and 1/2 to 2 pounds of grain per day. Our next horse's name is Samus Red Cancer. He's a 7-year-old and stands at only 30 1/2 inches. He's a 5-time world champion in single, pleasure driving, and road racing. A bold stride with freedom. The neck carriage should be up, the fold be behind his point. Balance should be 70% to the rear. Single pleasure horses are some of the most desirable but hardest horses to find because of their exaggerated action. Miniature horses are not allowed to be shown with any sort of shoe or on their hooks. The action must be all natural. It takes 6 to 7 competition.
Oh, she did? microphone.
Fuzzy balls on the end of this thing. These little foam things.
Yeah.
Just a
Okay,
hand.
you know where we're going?
Not really.
Okay. Our line, option. Start with that one. Option,
Which one?
the brown right in front of us. The option line.
The brown right in front of us.
Today's
Wine barrel?
American Miniature Horse offers
No,
an
right
exciting
there,
world
right
of
The
there.
oxer you start with?
Yeah.
companionship and a whole lot of fun.
Really?
And we hope you enjoy this
Oh, yeah.
demonstration.
Okay. Brown.
Option 1, option 2.
Yep.
Okay.
The American
Then
Miniature
3
Horse.
is the
Yep.
thing coming towards us.
Some applause and
Four
for
try.
competitors that come down the rail.
5 and 6 lead out. 7 wine barrel. Where's 8?
American Miniature Horses.
Wine barrel. Oh, the green
Yep.
Riviera.
Then to the Eldorado.
I fit in station
Riviera.
items too.
Eldorado. So it's the same last Eldorado.
You can go through the produce department.
You know
at your
what?
local
I
grocery
thought that was
store.
a challenging
How well
course.
that goes.
It didn't even have. Right, exactly. But it made you have to plan and think and know your horse, and I thought that was really
Hey,
good.
Rush, Sue, are you guys ready?
Yeah, 10-4.
Heavy.
Okay, I'm gonna just run through the rider numbers. 11, 24, 6, 22,
Go over the top 12.
13,
And the second round of our derby.
4, 15,
Okay, we're about ready to go.
18,
Is descriptive of the course.
16, 3, 19.
And the difference
Okay, well that's the order they come back in, but there's multiple rides, so what do we do?
Yeah, great.
Okay, we're ready.
I know that's the order they come back, but they'll switch around, move up and stuff like that.
No, this is the reordered.
Hi, and welcome back to the Franktown Meadows 7th annual $30,000 Hunter Derby in the wind. This is my co-correspondent, Weeden. I am Sue Leep, and we are just about ready to start the second round, the handy round. If we don't we have the top 12 riders coming back, and they will be shortly coming right up to the gate. They're in the schooling ring now. And we are going to be starting off our second round with number 11, and that is Legacy. Jenny Karasisis will be riding. Phil was going to give us a little rundown on the course, but I think maybe since Rush, you have been here building the course, you're going to give us a little rundown on it, even though he doesn't know what the
No,
course
I know
is.
the course. I just want to make sure I know the line. So we're gonna start away from the gate, hopefully on a big gallop to this slabwood option. Right to the farmhouse. Yeah. And you're gonna see maybe some riders maybe try to come inside the first one. Really seems to go for it. So these 12 riders, the pressure's on. Who really wants to win the 30,000?
First jump.
Kristen Harden riding for Nicole T.
9 strides there. Set at the end of the ring to come back to the wine barrel jump at 7.
To really be looking at getting more handy points, I think you absolutely have to make that turn in front of the island down there by the gate.
See, by not doing the inside turn, you have to go around the 2 other jumps, but it's still an awfully tight turn to go inside. She obviously wants to try to get a good check today. Nice pace to the last fence.
And there's
nice
finish
round
for number 11 Pacific Heights, Kristen Harden.
Our next horse is Coquette, number 24 with Priscilla Trees from Copper Hill Farm down in Southern California. Another good professional.
Okay, so take that.
Coquette, a 7-year-old.
It's open. Okay. I'll come out there.
Okay.
Just waiting for the scores. Obviously, when you have 2 panels of judges for 4 people, everybody has their own decision, so you have to, when you sit together with somebody, you got to try to agree on a score. Takes a little bit longer than if you're just by yourself. You see, we have a fair amount of horses up at the in-gate watching to see what path the riders ahead of them are going to take. If they're going to do inside turns and jump out.
Score from panel 1 is 70. No high options, but 2 handy.
Panel 170 with a 2 handy score.
60, no high options, 3 handy for 63. And the 135 added to our 127. A total of 262 is the total for Pacific Heights.
Panel 2 is 60 with 3 handy. Total of 162.
With an overall of 262.
262, excuse
My
me.
writing again.
Overall total. That's right. I'm going to send you to riding school. So our next horse, Coquette with Priscilla Trees. Now, as we remember, they get extra points for extra handiness, and that is what those handy points are for.
Number 24 returns Coquette.
She's coming on a little bit of a different
Priscilla
track.
Trees aboard. She brings in
First
a
jump
139 score.
Jump the lower options in fence 1 and 2. Let's turn back to fence 3.
I think we're going to see somebody want to do that inside turn with that
wagon, the
Yep,
island.
Yep, that island down there. Somebody's going to do it.
Well, as the class goes on, certainly the pressure will
There she
get a
comes.
little worse because everybody's trying to win, you know. So
She came to the inside of the island down
jump
there.
the higher option at the wine barrels. It's done 7.
She may have come off her lead and back on just really quickly there, Karen, where the Irwin is.
Did a good job though. Remember yesterday we had trouble going up next to the tent with people.
Right.
She's showing a little pace to the last focus.
Finished up very well there. But she showed some handiness in her turns. She showed a little gallop there at the end. I think if you know your horse and you know the course, actually that first jump, you can walk in the gate and gallop down through there. I think that can really get you some extra points. And Rush, if you were riding, I know that that's exactly
Oh,
what
you know
would
me,
do.
especially with that tailwind, I'd be going so fast. Probably the horse wouldn't even be able to jump the last jump. You say hero to 0. You know, if it works, you're a hero. If it doesn't work, you're a 0.
Oh. All right.
She really did give the horse a good ride, though. She's a good
She
rider.
did, for sure. Very consistent, and for a young horse, it was a very good, positive ride. Just waiting for the scores now. As we wait, we're going to see the next horse, Stanley F. John French, coming back.
Coquette, panel 1 score 73, 1 high option, 5 handy, for 79. Panel 2 score 63, 1 high option, no handy, for 64. That is a
Next horse is going.
that's a 100.
Galloping down to the first jump. Stanley F. chooses the high option. Beautiful gallop off the gate, just what we were talking about. Next high option.
Here we go inside the antique.
Inside the turn, that's just what we were talking about. Knew somebody was going to do that.
Coquette had a
Did that really well.
82 total, 282.
Nice trap jump.
Very efficient, very smooth.
On course now, number 6, Stanley
far.
F. John French returning with
Getting
a
in and out, logs.
7.
Yeah. Making that turn on the inside of the island down there to the wine barrels. Really nice.
Let's see what he does here. He's been
Yeah.
going between the high
Right in
option and
between,
trot.
yeah.
He's going to take the high option here. Rode that beautifully.
Beautiful jump.
That's that jumper background coming
Oh my gosh.
in. He was the alternate for the equestrian team.
Excellent.
Can't remember the
Stanley F. and John French.
He's putting a little pressure on that next rider.
Oh, really
for sure.
good. Really good. Great ride for him. He just makes those horses jump
You
so
know, yeah.
well.
I think he was thinking inside after fence 8, that Riviera gate, but you got to hit that slowing down a little bit. And he caught it maybe a little more forward than he liked to make the turn, especially the Riviera being on the side. He didn't want to turn here too much until they're going to hit it. So swing the leg a little bit, possibility of knocking it down.
We'll wait now and see what the judges have to say. While we wait for our next horse, number 22, Felix, Jenny Carasisi's riding from Far West Farm, Calabasas, California.
We have panel 1 scores a total 89, panel 2 scores a 88. 1968 for a 177, I'm sorry, in the handy for Stanley F. And a 344 overall and the leader.
Okay, we have a leader here. John's first round, 89. John's second round, 88. For a score of 177. Overall total, 344. Are we waiting for handy points?
No, I guess maybe they're just going to lump them all together just to make it a little less complicated. Make it go a little faster.
Here's our next horse. Jenny and Felix.
He's coming right up.
22 returns now, Felix. Jenny Caruso is riding for Brianna Super, Newport Coast, California on 2-2. Felix coming in with a 162.
Another 7-year-old.
He took the lower options on the first two jumps.
Making the inside turn there. Good.
Beautiful trot jump.
Yeah. Cantering up to the in and out there. Nice.
Inside the island on the end of the ring. Wine barrel. 7 of the end. Taking the high option there. And let's see which track she takes after the Eldorado, or after the Riviera. The Eldorado.
Yeah, thought about that inside turn, didn't she, I think? And then decided, maybe not.
Looked at the course earlier today. It's a little tough.
Felix and Johnny Caruso
Really good,
coming in with
especially for a young horse, a
162.
green horse. Maybe not so green, but still new at this. Thought that was probably the smart option. Really good.
Seems like maybe a little careful the first jump, then the big jump coming away from the gate, first fence. Looking right at us, and then she took the low option there, which is probably smart for these younger horses and they have maybe a lot of mileage.
Are you worried about having enough money to pay your bills at retirement? Hello, I'm Holly McLean. And if you're 50 or older and looking for a guaranteed income stream for life of 8%, 10%, 12%, or even more at retirement, consider the new Deferred Income Annuity. To learn more, call McLean Financial Group at 775-329-3041. Again, that number is 775-329-3041.
do it in as smooth a way as she can, but I know she always has that in her repertoire. We'll see what they think of that.
It helps when you have a few rides. You know, you don't have all the pressure on one horse. You
Yes.
can try and experiment a little bit.
So I just tell myself, take your mic off to lessen the wind coming through if you've only got the one mic. So when you talk towards Rush, okay? So move a little closer.
Or just
to
hold
each
it
other.
in your hand, right?
Can I just hold it?
It's with the two mics, you're just picking up more wind. So if I lessen
Oh.
it, yeah, because I can hear like when you're talking to Rush.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking, I'll knock off that way. You don't have to keep doing that.
Okay.
And you can
I'm all right with it. I was getting used to it.
just talk towards Rush, okay?
Okay, you can hear me?
Yeah,
What's up?
yeah.
Come on, honey.
Oh, yeah.
Let's get a little
I'm trying to
closer.
block them.
Southside scores on panel 1, 74, and 2 high options, 8 handy for 84. Panel 2 scores to 80, for the base score, 2 high options, 8 handy for a 90, and a 174 total handy score, and an overall sitting third right now, 324.
That's the scores. 84.90.
Okay, for Southside, first score 84,
Number
second
80
score
is
90,
now. This is
overall
extraordinary
total
top
324.
for St. Michael's, California.
Our next horse here,
144 points.
number 8. This is Tommy,
Really,
an extraordinaire.
really jump fence one.
Tommy Clark, she loves these horses that jump so hard.
High options to start off. Inside wagon. Maybe hurried the trot jump a little bit, if I have to say.
Oh, extraordinaire.
Put the eye option at the wine barrels. Let's see what she does after the Riviera here, the white Riviera.
No, she's coming to the inside.
Nope. She missed the inside turn, so she had the circle.
Lost her way. You know, that's so hard when you make that decision and it doesn't work for you.
The second inside got the horse turned inside, but she got a little bit past the first jump, and then she had to come back right, and by coming back right, had no way to go inside to the El Dorado jump. It's too bad, eh? We had a nice trip going.
Sometimes you just have to go for it, and sometimes it doesn't work
No.
out when you do that.
Extraordinary Tommy Clark.
That was too bad. She gave it a good shot, good try. Horse jumped brilliant.
Exactly.
No problem. Right in there.
You have to make the promise to make it easy. That's so
That
true.
horse is such a big problem for jumping. Johnny rides it. Tommy rides it.
Yeah.
It really jumps hard.
Right, right. We're waiting for our score for extraordinaire. Our next horse will be number 4. Small gesture, John French again.
Extraordinary is a bit of trouble on this 40 from panel 1. 4 high, 5 handy for 49 for panel 2. 4 high, handy for a handy total 96. Overall total of 240.
So she had an overall of 240. That's too bad.
So we're just waiting for our next horse.
Small gesture.
small gesture. John French.
We're gonna have a few minutes in between horses. We'll get to these multiple rides. It's a big class, $30,000. Nobody wants to rush through it and just leap from one horse to the next and go out and jump one fence and come back. And there's a lot of money at stake.
Right, exactly. And I think that you really want to walk in prepared, and you really want to know, not be hurried with what you're doing. And we try hard here not to have that happen and be as organized as possible. So waiting a few minutes in between horses for people that want to support this particular event, we certainly don't mind doing. And again, our event here is to benefit the food bank of Northern Nevada, which is a fantastic cause, and they have been our partner with us now for the last few years.
Multiple rides. We have just a bit of a break. Let's take a look at some of the standings.
Here comes John.
In the handy right now is number 6. Stanley F. John.
Let's give it a little gallop up to the first jump.
Trying to go right up the middle. Big option. He wants to jump big. He wants to jump.
Yes, good. Yes. I love that.
Trying to distract the ride.
I love that.
Both high options. You need to leg him up a little bit to the first jump. It's a long way down the ring. The horse flips a little bit.
If you can do that, I mean, that's what it's what it's all about.
I like to see that.
I love that.
He had to leg ride him a little bit as he got closer because the horse was looking.
Might have been a little
but that's like, you got the jump on, the horse jumped it unbelievable.
Jumped it great.
See what the judges think of, Now that he said all this good stuff, he'll probably be a low score.
We're getting all enthusiastic
I know.
here. The judges are looking
Going
at
faster
us.
and higher.
We're excited. This is exciting. I'm getting closer to my co-correspondent
I can block
here.
the wind. I can block the wind.
Yeah. So, okay. So as we wait for our score here, our next up is going to be number 15, Coriando Tau, again with Hope, our winner from yesterday. $10,000 3-foot class.
Judges are taking their time figuring the scores. That'll be fair. You can see Hope in the background trotting around, keeping her horse sort of thinking about it, what he's going to do out here.
There's a lot of work that goes into doing these multiple classes like this and figuring out scores, and all these judges do the very best job they can. They want to see the best horse win. And there's a lot of, when you're judging numerically, again, there's a lot of book work involved. There's a lot of scoring involved.
Last horse is number 2. Rider had the wrong number on it. It's number 4. Small adventure, not small adventure. Exact same score from panel 2. It's 196 for the handy, which is the leader. 374 for the overall.
88 from panel 1 and 88 from panel 2. Overall score 374. For small gesture. Here's Hope.
Took the two higher options. We got the best seat now.
About having enough money to pay your bills at retirement? Hello, I'm Holly McLean. And if you're 50 or older and looking for a guaranteed income stream for life of 8%, 10%, 12%, or even more at retirement, consider the new Deferred Income Annuity. To learn more, call McLean Financial Group at 775-329-3041. Again, that number is 775-329-3041.
John has a pretty substantial lead over the other horse by 30 points.
Yeah.
Stanley, well, it's his other horse, I guess, Stanley F. So John's first and second right now, if I'm doing the math right.
Knew he was going to give them all a run for the money, right?
No, he was out here early, riding and practicing. We put a few jumps out in the morning. They could jump on the field, just some post and rail stuff. And he was practicing a little bit, getting his horses.
We have the scores now for Hope Lynn and Coriendo Tao from panel number 1, and the 85 base score and 4 high options, 8 handy, 97 for panel number 2, 93 base, 4 high options, handy, for a total 204 handy. 204 the handy total, which is the leader, and the overall leader as well, 376.
Ends up with an overall score of 376.75, a 94, and a 88, I think, from the other panel. Sorry, we got
step down there by the other PA.
Here's our next.
Now this is Legacy.
Next horse, Legacy, with Jenny Carasisis.
Comes into the 176. Number 18.
rather than the turn.
Yeah, it's a big horse. I don't think she thought maybe she could maneuver him inside there. And then she's going to jump the high option, Eldorado.
Nice.
Nice jump. I think she's show a little more pace, keep it a little more efficient.
Really good.
See if she can.
Here's number 18, Legacy.
I just really love her and her family. Just great people, great horsemen.
Around a little bit, going a little low, try to jump, but she did try.
Couple steps on
But he jumped fence one, high option. Everybody's tired of hearing about that, but you could see where we're sitting.
If you
we're
could see it, we're
we
like,
like,
wow.
we like to watch good jumping horses over
Yeah.
big fences.
No kidding. We like to ride them too, so.
Only when they're jumping.
Yeah. When they're jumping. And not out of their skin either. See my love. Okay, we're waiting for the score for both panels here.
Mike Moran here on Loaded TV as we bring you the webcast of the Franktown Meadows Hunter Derbies. And as you can see, it is one beautiful venue. Great riders, great horses, the best footing in America right here south of Reno, Nevada. And all for the benefit of the Northern Nevada Food Bank. We're so pleased to be here.
Now for Legacy, Panel 113, the base score for 692 total. Panel 2 scores 82 base, 4 high option, 7 handy for 93, and a total handy of 185, sitting third. Overall, at 361, which is
So,
third best.
first panel 92 for Legacy, second panel 93. Overall score,
Number 16
overall
returns down
total
Cheshire.
361.
Kylie
361.
Arbuckle coming in on Cheshire with a
Oh, here's some
175
Chester. I like this horse.
Kylie Arbuckle with Cheshire. Yeah, super. And I think she rides it great.
Kylie, a junior rider not so long ago, a winning junior rider, now turned professional, working for Hope and Ned Glenn, Sonoma Valley Stables.
They're both the high options to start. Maybe hung up over the first jump a little bit. But jumped it well.
Yeah, cute horse. Just really cute. She rode that really nicely and balanced him up, and he gave her a beautiful jump coming out.
Downhill to get the jump a little bit to the front end. First jump in the track count.
That's where she's always looking for the next jump. Always looking for where he's going.
Keeping a nice track.
Yeah, very good. Very good, and I'm sure Ned and Hope are happy to have her.
Here goes the
Hang on, everybody.
paper. After she wins.
About Kylie and Cheshire.
Sue Kurtz.
Cheshire scores
Ford
for
Coast.
Panel 79. 3 options, 4 handy, 86. Panel 2 scores 84, base 3 high option, 5 handy for 178. And that sits about 4th in the handy overall at 353. And that is unofficially fourth.
Right now in fourth place.
Ended up with an overall total score of 353 and sitting in fourth place right now. Last but not least, Tomorrow Adventure.
Jumped in at 170.5.
It's hard starting off way down the ring like that, taking the two wide options when the wind's blowing 40 miles an hour in your face.
Oh,
I just had the out of the in and
rail
out.
down.
Back rail. High up the water, which 1 point.
One is finishing out nicely.
A little bit of bad luck. Classic looking horse too.
Yes. Yeah, that's too bad for John and his small adventure. Yeah, it's better than John and Dad's. Right. So we'll wait for our scores from our judges and watch our last horse, Nonchalant.
Final entry is just about on the way in our handy round. But we'll take a moment to go through all of the scores to make sure they're all absolutely correct. We will award handy 1 through 12, and then the overall, of course, 1 through 12.
Here goes our last horse. The leader. Let's see what she does now.
Number
Nonchalant.
19, Nonchalant, with Jenny
Returning last now is
Carasisi.
number 19, Nonchalant. Jenny Carasisi swinging in the top for a score 78.75.
The first two jumps
wants to work non-nonchalant.
Beautiful, beautiful. Really great trip. Really great round.
But still was quite very efficient. I think, you know, first place I believe was over 9,000.
He scores down the nonchalant from panel 1, base score 90. 4 high option, 7 handy for a 101. Panel 2 scores 88, base score 4 high option, 7 for the handy 99. Total handy score 200, and overall, which is the best, 378, 75. Nonchalant.
Well, looks like the place was going to be close to the second round. Hung on.
Number 19, Jenny. 378.75. Unofficial. Unofficial.
Number 19, 378.75 grand total, unofficial 20 grand.
You know, what they normally do for the derbies, they'll pin the top handy score, go down 12 places, and then they'll come back and do overall pinning. So the riders get 2 big ribbons, and some of them will get big checks to go with it. And we'll should see a victory gallop. It's a beautiful field. Watch the horses canter around with the big ribbons on, and the crowd's excited. I'm excited that I don't have to commentate anymore. I didn't mean it.
I have been so happy to have you as my commentator. I will tell you, it was a little talking into to get you to do it, but I'm really, really happy you did.
Well,
Wind and all.
you know, between my daughter and my wife, they'll be have probably a list of things I need to do better. It's a long list.
That's all right. You know what? For 2 non-professional people, I think we might be able to figure this out. Still waiting for the official results, but it looks like unofficial results. Number 19, Jenny Carasisi's and Nonchalant are our winner. And then Corriendo Tau with Hope Glen, second place. Again, this is still pending, unofficial. Third place, Small Gesture with John French. Fourth place. What did I do here? Legacy. Jenny Carasisi's. Going to junior hunter finals, and they wanted to do some different horse shows and things, and so they were sad to say they couldn't make it this year, but next year we hope to see Bird again, and Buddy and
Yeah, Buddy had a little tough luck today.
He did, and that was, we all root for him. Just a terrific professional with such a vast background. Wonderful man. Our $30,000 Franktown Meadows Hunter Derby to benefit the charity of the food bank.
Now I leave town tomorrow and I get home to start organizing for our derby in Chicago or Antioch, Illinois.
That's right. And when is your derby?
September 9th, 10th, and 11th. Canadian Pacific sponsors the International Derby 50,000.
Excellent. $50,000 derby.
Big grass field.
Okay, ready?
Yes. So they're going to be on the field getting awards.
Here we come. They're starting, the horses are coming back on the field now to accept their
That's
handy
right.
awards.
Handy awards are to be given out first, then the overall Hunter Derby awards.
Sort of sad to see something like this. It's sort of a fun week out here.
We really have
Fun week out here in the mountains.
We've had a good time with some just terrific horses and great riders, and really it's been quite a hunter presentation here. Great courses. Phil DeVita doing a terrific job as manager and course designer. The McLean family, who has been so supportive.
Have that belt buckle in my pocket. Whenever you're ready, we can award the top winner in the handy, then you can run through the handy and do the overall.
Fairly quick here now. Horses are all in the ring.
So this is for the Handy Awards. The McLean family is all coming out on the field to do the presentation for the awards. The food bank will be there as well. There's a lot to that McLean family,
I
so
see
we might
that. A lot more additions this year.
there are a lot more additions.
Our Franktown Meadows Hunter Derby, both the handy and the overall. And we have assembled a huge number of people to join us for the presentation.
Still have more family members coming out.
Who's taking a picture of the sky? Picture there. Was that her? I loved it.
The blue skies out here, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, beautiful day today. Venue right up against the mountains. You can't ask for anything better, other than maybe a little less wind for us, but it's toning down
Still
now
some snow
for
in
the
the mountains,
awards.
actually.
Yes, we got a lot of snow this year. Very good.
Let's start with the handy 1 to 12. As soon as we get one done, just do it quickly. Just
We're going to present our handy awards first. In addition to our blue ribbon, our handy winner receives a custom belt buckle from Equestrian Accessories, donated by Miss Susie Souza, with a wonderful 2-round performance and an excellent job in the handy. We'd like to present to our handy winner, number 15. Number 15, Corriendo Tao, Oakland, riding for Miss Karen Trione of Santa Rosa, California.
Hope won the handy. She's had a pretty good week. She won the Welcome Stake, Hunter Classic yesterday, and now the
donated by Castel, Denmark. And their name engraved.
Taking some pictures.
That's our handy winner.
Calcutta, I believe, brought in a lot of money for the charity.
Number 19. Number 19, Nonchalant, Jenny Carasisas. Riding for Brianna Sucre.
Nonchalant was with Jenny Carasisas was second.
Nonchalant is trained by Mary Morrison and Ivy Gate Farm.
These top horses were close in scores.
The third award goes to number 4, Small Gesture, John French, riding for Iwasaki. And riding in Calabasas, California.
You talk about John.
Oh, I just, you know, one of my all-time favorites, can you tell?
Acting a little nonchalant.
Yeah, where, you know, he's been riding these small gestures, small words,
This John French
small
out for the first
adventure,
number 4.
and having some
Fourth award will go to number 18. Legacy Jenny Carasisas for
So she's second and fourth in the handy round.
Fifth award is number 16. Cheshire, Kathy Irwin.
We're so happy to see this young professional with this cute hunter horse do so well, and it's so wonderful that Hope and Ned give her such a great horse to do this derby with.
I know I was rooting for the Calcutta. The horse jumped brilliant yesterday. Got outbid.
Stanley F. John French for Linda Freeman of Sacramento, California.
Stanley F's looking around a little bit. Yeah. Not quite sure what's going on. Felix was eighth with Jenny Carasisas, and she's hit 3 in the handy. Carasisas. I know, I can't pronounce her name right.
Goes to number 24. Number 24 is Coquette.
You better pronounce this one.
Coquette. Yes.
The 10th award to number 11, Pacific Heights, Kristen Harden for Nicole Teague out of New Cuyama, California.
She moved up 2 spots.
Yeah.
12th award to number 8, Small Adventure, John French for Iwasaki Erolie, Calabasas. And the 12th award in the handy to number 8. Number 8, Extraordinary Tommy Clark up for Stephen Borders of San Marcos, California.
Really good, and that's our top 12 for the handy. And they're going to pin the overall top 12.
In our final overall round, first place will also receive a accidental t-shirt donated by Castel, Denmark.
Go under 12.
design. A
Pretty
cruiser
horse.
bike from Chile.
Jump early.
Yes.
The bike will go to Jenny,
Really fun
and
to
it will
see
be immediately
Jenny
taken away
get
by
the now
Kirsty.
6th time she's been able to
Also, custom dress shirt from Sierra Nevada Horse
get the
Association.
award for
The name engraved on the Janice M. McLean Memorial Trophy.
this derby.
Donated by the McLean family with Franktown Meadows Equestrian Facility and McLean Financial.
She had to
Group.
regain her title.
A 2016 winner
Second
nonchalant.
last year, right?
Yeah, she would.
Behind Hope.
Yes, exactly. It all came down to the handy round as well, you know. Always comes down to that handy round.
Mm-hmm.
It'll make or break you, I think.
Our second award will go to number 15. Number 15 of Corriendo Tao, Hope Glen, riding
15, Corriendo
for
Tao.
Caruso, Santa Rosa, California.
The winner of yesterday's 3-foot derby. Today, second in the $30,000 Franktown Meadows Hunter Derby.
We already see all of these.
Yeah, she's had a good weekend. Certainly worth the drive, and I know they have a good time when they're in town. With the daughter with them.
Do you ever judge down at Delmar?
Absolutely, I did Delmar last year.
Oh, you're kidding.
Nope.
When are they going to do again?
Well, whenever you talk to Dale Harvey, we'll be happy to come. He
Okay.
manages.
Here's one of our judges, Diane Carney, who has done for us a terrific job. Absolutely. And we've been so grateful to have her. Again, with the other 3 judges. Richard Keller. Legacy, our 4th place winner with Jenny Kirasisis. The overall $30,000 derby. Sixth, Stanley F. John French riding.
That's the owner leading the horse now.
I think so. And Jenny Kirasisis. Yep, we're having a little trouble down
Stanley
there.
F's getting a little. The wind's ripping, so it's bothering
Picking up and doing a little dance.
Our seventh award to number 22, Felix, once again. Our 8th award to number
7th
13.
award to Felix. Priscilla Trees from Southern California.
11th Small Adventure, John French,
Across the world, we'll go to number 8. Extraordinaire, Tommy Clark, running from Mississippi.
Well, we're going to number 8, Extraordinaire, Tommy Clark, again from Southern California, another great professional rider with a very quality horse.
She's got a little tough luck trying to get an inside turn today.
She did, and we're so happy that we're able to bring you the 7th annual Franktown Meadows $30,000 Hunter Derby today. So thank you so much for joining us, all to benefit the food bank of Northern Nevada. We thank the McLean family, MFG Incorporated Financial, and we are going to sign off by letting you watch the top 12 in their victory column.
Thanks again, Sue, for having me this year.
Love having Rush here.
Fun.
And if you all are in Illinois and want to see another Hunter Derby in September, you all should go to Rush's $50,000 event. Chicago Hunter Derby. Title
All the charity, all the charity.
to charity, Children's Hospital of Chicago.
Children's Hospital, Northwestern, and USHJ Foundation.
Yes, 2 excellent causes.
Now there you have it, the victory gallop, and we're signing off.
All right, everybody have a good day, and thank you very much for watching.
And Jenny, if you'd return to
Bye
the
now.
Do you worry about the volatility of the stock market and how it's going to affect your retirement income in the future? Hello, I'm Holly McLean, and if you're 50 or older and looking for a guaranteed income stream for life of 8%, 10%, 12%, or even more at retirement, consider the new Deferred Income Annuity and don't worry about the stock market. To learn more, call McLean Financial Group at 775-329-3041. Again, that number is 775-329-3041.